Okay, hello everyone. So I'm back for another video. Um, yeah, and okay, well let me just start over. Welcome back to another video. It's early in the morning here. Well, not really that early, but it is morning. So kinda got distracted right away with the talking. So I'm playing on Anatolia here, 16-5 plus match. Um, well, I'm playing on my Smurf account, Pippi Lankhuis actually, from the looks of it. That's interesting because I usually don't play 16-5 plus games on that account. But whatever, I'm playing on my Pippi Lankhuis account, playing Gaia, my main god. And we're playing Anatolia, which, as you guys can see, I got pretty much map screwed, being in the middle. So my Gaia force given away to my friend here, the Tor player. And as you guys can see, I'm walking to the bottom. Taking about a minute in order for me to build a dock, but so it's probably gonna be a pretty late advance for me. But guess that happens. On the other flank, it's Winter playing. Pretty good player. He's playing his Poseidon, and by the way, Eye of Lion is also known as Ostro or Furkan. It's like one of his hundreds of Smurfs he has, and he's gonna be playing as the Tor. Him building a dock forward as I asked him to. Because I'm gonna be later, so I will need a little bit more time. Okay, so let's have a look at the other teams. Let's start here. Okay, so Credit Court, solid, I think 16-5 plus player, something like that. He is playing Tor as well. Have never seen his Tor actually, but he's going to be going for that, and he is taking the forward as well, because Lion is kind of in the same position. Lion is playing Uranus, also Atlantis in the pocket, so he's gonna be equally as screwed as I am. And Texera Titans, I have no idea who this guy is. I can't really remember him too well, but he seems to be playing as Ra. Pretty standard build order. Although actually not, I think you go actually for the second dock after the second house. But he seems to be doing it a bit differently, so let's see how that's going to be going for him. Okay, so let's switch back to my perspective. Let's see what I'm up to. So this guy is on wood, mate, house from the looks of it, 2 food, 2 wood. That's pretty much standard. I should be fixing these idols because I already have enough, as I'm right now doing. I have enough delay as it is, so I definitely don't need any more. Okay. So let's see what's up. Nothing too much. They could be building the temple relatively soon, I think, if I wanted to. Okay, so next one is gonna go to food, and then I should be good to advance a lot later probably, because I only have 1 ship so far. Not really too great, but I guess it will just have to do. And how much further is Lion actually? Lion does have 3 fishing ships, and I should have 2 at this point. Yeah, 2, so he's a bit ahead on me. But yeah, I guess it will just have to be like that. Probably giving away my trees to Poseidon. Keeping him a little bit of difference from the TC, as you guys can see, because I don't want any kind of forest fire on this TC. Even though he should be able to survive that, of course, but it's just a waste of the hit points. If it isn't needed, I mean, why help the opponent? So I decided to leave a bit of a gap, as I did here. He's actually using the Ox card, so maybe I could have saved a little bit less of a gap. That would be very great. Furkan seems to be going very heavy on the ships. It's gonna mean good economy for him, and the tempo forward. So he might be interested in some sort of aggressive gameplay here for himself. And I am on 4 fishing ships, and I'm not yet advancing. I should be very soon though. I was actually quite a bit delayed on the villagers, like half a minute late. So that's pretty brutal, but yeah, that's what you get with Atlantis on this map. Always very hard. And as I said in my last video, I don't know if Lion is actually the last video I played with Lion. I don't actually know if it's Gold Lion. His AKA ratings do match up, so it is. It could be. Could be him. But I don't actually know. He was a pretty good player in the other match, so let's see what he's gonna be doing in this match. And this game was played weeks ago, so I really have no idea what will be going on in this game. Is he actually advancing as well? What timing is he gonna be getting? Okay, so he's gonna have about the same timing as I have, so he's gonna be pretty screwed as well in his advance. Maybe like a few seconds faster, but nothing too noticeable, I think. He's having his 3 oracles here. This one is damaged though, so not sure if he will be going for any kind of oracle rush. He does have them all near me, so that's suspicious. So let's see. Okay, so we got like the exact same timing here. He's only going for 1 dock though. Oh, never mind, he's having 2. How about me? I made a 2nd dock too, but no 3rd, from the looks of it. So yeah, let's see what is going to be happening. So far not much. The Cyclops moving forward, probably to deal with the docks. It could be pretty good if he casts Pestilence. It could be quite influential on the docks. Okay, so my servant is moving forward, but otherwise not too much going on so far. And Furkan just spamming more docks at this point. So let's have a look at the eco ups, what's currently happening. Hand axe, pickaxe, pretty good. And for me it is nothing. Anything coming up? No, I can't afford it. Okay. Hand axe for Fimbulwinter. Let's have a look at their side. Hand axe, pretty much standard. And Lion has also nothing because he got screwed. And Mr. Titans has hand axe, pickaxe, pretty good. Okay, so what's going on here? We seem to have a bit of a rough time in the water battle so far, since Blues have a lot more ships than Furkan and I have combined. More are joining in from me though, so maybe we can do some nice water fight. But at the same time, we should be looking here, where Lion is deciding to abuse, well, not really abuse, but he is aiming to abuse his advantage with all the myth units and such. So he's gonna be raiding me with the Prometheans and potentially something else. So let's see, using Carnivora to at least protect my gold, but it was kinda in the wrong place. Maybe it will protect him from the outside. So yeah, the raiding is in, and I should be making some oracle or some barracks to deal with this. So yeah, we're just fighting. Should micro my boats probably a little bit more, because this is kind of a waste. But more units coming in, and this is when I should be realizing, exactly as I right now am, that this Lion is fully committed to land, and that I'm not gonna be able to defend this with nothing. So I will need some sort of barracks. This villager might be screwed if I'm not careful. Luckily I realized it in time. And here we're quite nicely fighting the water. It seems like we have the upper hand, as Lion didn't decide to fight the water at all. Which is not that odd actually to do as Atlantis on this map. I mean, I have even seen higher level Atlantis player not go even building a dock at all on this map, to be honest. That's pretty rare though, but sometimes they don't. But this is a pretty strong army so far, and I don't have anything yet. I should definitely be fixing my waypoint here for the villager, because this villager is gonna die. Or maybe not. Guess I get lucky. So gathering up my Murmillo inside the barracks. So Bragi is all. So this is some kind of faster road for Furkan here. Already through Bragi. Having quite nicely forward set up. Anything else? Well, the Cyclops didn't decide to attack. And I'm gonna lose this villager because I was pretty careless with him. And I should be careful with this army as well, because I'm just gonna lose it all if I'm not careful. Come on, retreat. Okay, so I'm just gonna lose one unit, but at this stage, that is quite dangerous. Shouldn't be losing anything at all, really, as I'm not in too good position. He's already having the mediums, him not investing in his ships. I do have the towers up, and the eco-ups, just a hand axe for me. And yeah, the tower is gonna get destroyed for me, and it's quite a decent force on me here. And this is definitely not gonna be an easy game for me from the looks of it. I should be taking a little bit more of the water really and using these boats to do something productive. That would be a pretty good idea, especially since I have so much wood. It seems like Furkan is coming in to help, and combined with my Murmillos, this should put the end to Pink's push at the moment. But he is destroying my building wall here in the top, so this position might come under harassment sometime soon. It seems like Fimbulwinter decided to take a second TC by now. And my teammates are helping me, which is exactly what they should be doing. I'm deciding to build a new forest here. No forest fire anymore, I realize, so I should be safe to do so. Okay, these villagers should just be fine, but the building wall is gonna be restored. And the Hydra is gonna help out quite nicely, I'm thinking. So yeah, it seems like the push by Lion failed for now, but he didn't really fail actually. And that's because he's way up on score on me. He delayed me by so much. I'm like the only one who is not taking a second town center right now, I'm thinking. Actually, Furkan is not committed to doing that either. But how about the others? Lion is even taking third. And actually it seems like Gord is not aiming for a third TC or rather second TC as well. So maybe I'm just gonna be fine, since they are not doing it either. I would have definitely liked to take a second TC a lot earlier, but yeah, I kinda wasn't in a position to do so. Okay, so I might actually be joining in on the offensive here now, since my base is safe again. Manor coming up here, pretty nice. Okay, now I'm finally going for the second TC. I could actually be taking third if I wanted to. Maybe I will decide to do it. It would definitely not be a bad idea. I was quite roughly hit economically, if that word makes any sense. Yeah, but I was quite roughly hit, so a third TC would definitely help me a lot in the recovery. But it seems like I'm going for a different plan, just taking the second for the moment. I mean, fine, and I should probably fix my macro a bit, because this is stacking so much gold, there's not much point to it. I mean, getting the wood earlier, that makes sense as Atlantis, because you want the farms. I mean, that's like, of the 1k I had, 800 right there. What's going on in here? So it seems like some building was destroyed by green, but nothing much else happening. And the flaming weapons is coming in for my friend Ostro here. We are going to be getting this TC successfully, or maybe not, because of the frost. That was a nice frost, completely countering the flaming weapons. And as you guys can see, I'm not really committed to the water at this point anymore, as I haven't been for quite a while. Okay, so I have Bite of the Shark up, and I'm actually thinking that instead of the 30C, I might just go heroic. I might go heroic, actually. I do have the resources, I just need the armory, actually. Let's see what I'm going to be going for. Armory coming up? No, military barracks. Okay, so I decide to stay in classical for a bit longer, taking the 30C. Something I could have done a bit earlier, in my opinion. Okay, Lion deciding to go for the tower, but everything in the range of the forest is just gonna die. And the frost didn't kill any of the army, of course. That is a nice bronze. That is a nice bronze. This is gonna help us quite a lot in the fight. So let's see. So the TC by Lion is gone. We're just gonna put him at just 2, which might buy me a little bit of time. So let's see what we're gonna be doing with that time. Probably fighting, of course, because we have the bronze now. And am I aiming for heroic? I definitely should be. In some way. Definitely should be aiming to heroic very soon. Come on, build the armory. Okay, so Lion is quite nicely towering up, as we can see. Does he have any kind of upgrades except for the mediums? No, just the mediums so far. And this Frost Giant is actually upgraded, very nice. Don't really see that upgrade too often until like the late game, I think. So tower's coming up for Lion, but it's looking like it's not gonna be enough. And the damage is gonna be quite substantial from the looks of it. Furk, I'm building a bit forward here. Oh, that's not mine. Okay, so I'm not building forward. And these guys should definitely be moving in. And I think this would be the time to retreat, probably, because this TC is not gonna go down, I think. No, it's not. I don't think it is, with all the towers and the TC. This guy is not really focused on the TC. Okay, now it is, but this TC is just not gonna fall. This is retreat time, this is just a waste. Yeah, Fimbulwinds are using Earthquake, actually. Which is gonna destroy both the Migdals, which is gonna mean that he's gonna be able to push forward very soon. Definitely so. No more Migdals, no more military production for yellow, I'm thinking. Let me check. Yeah, yellow seems to be definitely in very big trouble. No means of him to get any military on the field except for these barracks, which might be alright for the moment. So it seems like my friend Austria is going to be losing that forward base here. And Credit Court still being on 1 TC. Not sure what's up with that. And let's see if I can recover with my 3rd TC and all. That should definitely help me quite a bit. It seems like everybody just gave up on the water pretty much here. And Austria's just defending it, that's all. So yeah, we right now have realized we need to retreat. We can't really fight that any longer. As we should have been realizing a lot earlier probably, but guess that didn't happen. Rhea coming in for me, that's an interesting choice. Maybe it's because of the Ra. Maybe I was actually planning to do something on this Ra, because I would normally not pick Rhea into Oranos. Yeah, this position is, we should just give up on that. And the temple is coming in, so I'm planning to make behemoths at least. Otherwise, combination of Murmillo. I could actually jump straight to Mythic, by the way. Am I doing that? Could definitely afford it if I wanted to. So far not. That would have been actually good if I realized that. This would be a good trader. Come on, use the traitor. Okay, so the behemoths are coming in. And I can't really afford the mythical age anymore, but my market did come up. So maybe very soon I might get the market up. And I did use the trader in the end, so that's a good trader. No forward TC for Lion this time around. And more behemoths coming in, so let's see what is going to be the plan for me with the behemoths. Should probably put them on the Curio Ballistas for the time being, as they can deal with them quite nicely. And in the meantime, it seems like Green was actually not able to push forward just yet, probably because he doesn't have too many units yet. But he's definitely in a pretty good spot. So more behemoths coming in. And this is not gonna come up for Lion from the looks of it. And the rain coming in, which is gonna be quite nicely for me, and probably, well, not because I don't have any gold, so not resulting in the mythical age most likely. But we'll see what happens. How many behemoths do I have at the moment? Okay, so just 3, so I might want a little bit more before I decide to attack on Ra if I wanted to. Oh, actually, Ra is trying to push forward, but he is missing out on quite a lot of siege. A nice Migdal here to secure the large gold mine, definitely nicely played. He isn't able to push through just yet with all the Greek upgrades so far. So this is also kind of a waste. And yeah, actually, as we can see, I did decide to move in the end on my ally here. Or on, I decided to help my ally here. And he doesn't really have anything to stop this behemoths with. So yeah, this TC is not gonna come up for the opponent. It may actually get up for Furkan if you put some more effort into it, because this palace is quite nicely helping out. What's happening here at the same time? Some shared, some dealing with the gold mining by. Oh, it's just securing, nothing too special actually. These guys are on the same team. Okay, so nothing too much going on here. What's happening here? Me wasting a behemoth from the looks of it. Me wasting another one here. That's not really good use of the behemoths. He is tanking a nice amount of damage. That's something, I guess. Okay, so that is gonna deal with the Migdal and such, or rather the palace. So maybe in the near future this TC might be coming up for Lion. Yeah, this is just quite nicely secured. Can say nothing else about it really. But yellow is falling quickly because of the assisted push by me with all the behemoths. And he didn't really have anything to stop it with. And with the Heliopolis coming in, it's gonna be quite tough times for yellow indeed. At the same time, I seem to have been pushed back a little bit, mostly because of the tornado, which is bugged, so it's gonna stay on the field for a little bit longer. And what's Furkan doing at the moment actually? Maybe saving up for a rag or something like that, because I don't really see too much military presence for him at this point. He doesn't. He's actually upping Balder, okay. Okay. So let's jump back to my perspective. And that Balder might be quite influential. Because, well, yellow is pretty much dead at this point. And where am I gonna be using my implode? Yeah, this is definitely quite rough. I'm definitely getting pushed back, but I should still be fine with the boulder coming in. This TC is not gonna come up. Quite nicely played by green. And he might actually do some damage here. So there's the boulder. Is he gonna use it right away? I think so, because I think it's needed. I do have some sort of momentum here with green's help, but it's slim. So I will definitely be in need of some help. The Maheba still quite nicely attacking with the Pharaoh, but the Pharaoh isn't doing too much damage to the behemoths. It would be nice if green would deal with him though. That would definitely be quite helpful. But yeah, the TC is not gonna come up for Lion yet again, so he's still gonna be locked to just 2. And his ally is pretty much dead at this point. Migdal getting destroyed by my behemoths here. The Heliopolis coming in. Tough times for him indeed. Did I actually switch to... No, not yet. I didn't decide to switch to the Argus yet. It's just the one I got for free. So the Ragnarok is in, and that's where the opponents are going to be realizing that it's over, since yellow is already dead at this point. I didn't even get to use my implode, sadly. That's definitely unfortunate. I would have loved to use it somewhere. But yeah, they were already sort of losing, not too fast, but they were losing. And with the Rag coming in, there was no way they were going to be holding that, especially since yellow was already somewhat dead. So let's have a look at the post game. Okay, so we see top score for Fimbulwinter here. Okay, second coming in for Austro. That makes sense that they were kind of the MVPs of my team. I did my part, especially in assisting yellow, but definitely in the unit control I could have done quite a bit better. I think that would have been something I could have improved upon, as I suicided quite a bit of units for no reason, and that would have made my score higher, but also gonna be more upgrades and such, because I would have more eco. So I probably had a bigger trade than Lion here, or more fishing chips, something like that. Otherwise, yeah, you can see the ratio for me definitely not being so well. I did have quite a bit of buildings raised next to Fimbulwinter, of course, in that push, so that's nice, but this is something that definitely isn't too great. So definitely suicided in quite a lot of units that didn't have to die necessarily. Okay, so similar timings here for me and Lion on everything except Mythic, from the looks of it. And I did manage to have... Oh wait, this is not me. Okay, so I was quite behind on the upgrades actually. Together with Blue from the looks of it. For some reason he was behind as well, not too sure why. Maybe staying long on 1TC was the reason for that. So what I'm... Okay, let's have a look at the population first. So here I probably wasted something quite a... Yeah, this was the time that I was wasting a lot of units. This is probably where that bad ratio comes from, I'm kind of thinking. Yeah, it was exactly this point. This was a real big waste. It could have definitely been done differently. And how big was the Rag actually? That's something I'm interested to see. So 111 to 18. Okay, so what is that about? That's like... well, I really can't count today. That's about 93, I'm thinking. 93. So that's a pretty decent Rag, also for the timing, around 20 minutes. Could have been maybe a little bit bigger, but that's alright. Was fine, influential enough, so pretty good. And 90 is not bad anyways, it's pretty influential. Okay, so what did we look at? This did we look at resources. Could have maybe gotten a bit more upgrades in the end, because how many did I have in the end? Yeah, I could have definitely done some armory ups, especially on the... Oh, this was terribly balanced. I know the game is over, so it's bugged probably, the resources, but even then, should have probably gotten in a bit more upgrades. Yeah, so we can see the rough start for both me and Lion actually, because of the pockets on Anatolia. But otherwise we can see here me getting behind here, but in the end catching up with both pink and blue, so that was pretty good. And a quite nice boom by Furkan actually here, pretty good, well done by him. So definitely a nice game, rough game for me in the early stages with the land rush and being in the pocket and all, but definitely a nice game. I would love to share with you guys, so I hope you guys enjoyed, and see you guys next time. GG.